morning, peeps. It is Vlogmas day 5, and I am getting ready to go into the hospital to visit my husband. I'm pretty sure he's going to be getting out today, but the doctor hasn't been in yet. But the nurse, when she took his blood pressure this morning, it was back down to normal, and that's all they were waiting on. Once his blood pressure came down to normal, then he was going to be able to go. So hopefully, I won't be sitting at the hospital too long today. They'll be giving us a call. But that's about it for the day, for now. I got off work this morning at 8. It is about 9 o'clock now. I'm going to head over to the hospital. Hopefully he gets released before I have to go back into work tonight at 3 o'clock. That's what I'm hoping on, so that it gets sandwiched in there and I'm able to get everything done and get back to work on time. If not, my daddy will have to go in and pick him up, which he don't mind doing that kind of stuff for us, but I hate to ask if I could do it by myself. Alrighty, I will get back to you guys here shortly. Well, peeps, welcome to a rolling ramble. I am on my way into the hospital. They just gave me a ring and said my baby's being released. So I am going to pick him up, and I'm so happy. So I will get back with you here in a little bit. This is the hospital Scott's been at since Monday. Sunday. This is Southeastern Ohio Regional Medical Center. Everybody in here is wonderful. Nice people. Beautiful. It's old. This hospital is very, very old, but they maintain it very well. It is a nice hospital. Alrighty. Oh, our hospital is also known for their Christmas tree decorations. They just started putting these up this week, but they have an actual competition closer towards Christmas time. So I'll try to get back in here and record once they have everything decorated. Good afternoon, peeps. Well, my husband finally made it home from the hospital. A little bit frustrated today. So as we're leaving, we go down to the financial department to turn in our income and see if we qualify for anything. We make 70 cents too much to qualify for any help. So we owe 100% of the bill. 70 cents. So she asked me, she's like, well, don't you have any insurance that's offered at work? Or why don't you sign up for the marketplace? I said, I've tried to get on the app and sign up for the marketplace a couple times. As soon as it asks you, does work provide insurance? And you put down yes, then it kicks you out, because you cannot get marketplace, I guess, if you have insurance provided through your workplace. Well, the insurance that's provided through my workplace costs $420 a month. By the time you're done at the end of the year, you're paying a little over $5,000 for the insurance. And on top of that, it doesn't start to cover anything until you pay a $5,000 deductible. So that's a little over $10,000 before it even starts paying anything. And that, like, everything's deleted. So let's say I did have insurance. Scott's bill is coming to $7,200. Okay. So if I had insurance, we would pay $5,000 of that $7,200 on top of the $5,000, a little over $5,000 that we've paid for the insurance for the year of 2018. So that would be $10,000 right there. But once you reach your deductible, the insurance doesn't then pay 100%, it pays 80%. So we'd have still had to pay 20% of whatever was left over. So on top of the $10,000, because we've paid for the insurance every month, that comes to a little over $5,000. Then we paid $5,000 on top of the $7,200 bill, and then we're going to pay another 20% of the $2,200 that's left. It's cheaper just to pay the $7,200 and forget the insurance. So the lady was like, well, you really need insurance. And I understand that if you're chronically ill, then insurance is beneficial. But if you're not chronically ill and you only go to the hospital once, maybe twice a year, If it's not something outlandishly major, which then, if it's that bad, you're going to qualify for disability. Okay? So if something happens to your kidneys, you qualify for disability. If something happens to your pancreas, so there's other programs out there. In my opinion, insurance is a scam. And I have so many instances to prove it. It's ridiculous. Okay? The company that I worked for provided us with insurance. I couldn't afford to get it. My coworker got insurance. We were in the same boat. Married women with no children, and same pay rate. We made the same amount of money. So she paid for insurance. I did not. I go into the hospital and had my gallbladder removed. They asked me to go down to the financial department as I was leaving. As I'm leaving, they're like, okay, so do you have insurance? No, I do not. Well, then you're going to have to pay 100% of the bill. If you pay it up front, we're going to give you, if you pay it all today, we'll give you a 40% discount for paying it all today. I said, okay, I'll pay it all today. It come to $4,800. Okay, and I wrote them out a check, and I paid it that day. And called the bank, and I'm like, okay, I need a quick, loan. So, which I have A1 credit, so it wasn't a problem. They deposited the money in my account, wrote the check to the hospital, covered. Okay, so then my coworker goes in 3 weeks later, who has insurance. By the time she paid her deductible and her percentage, that was her portion of the bill, she paid out of pocket a little over $8,000. A little over $8,000. And here's the kicker. When I went in, my gallbladder was so infected, I had to be on IV antibiotics for 2 days. So I was in the hospital a little over 48 hours. She went in as outpatient surgery. She went in, had her gallbladder removed, and was back home in 4 hours. So I was in there for 2 days, paid $4,800 out the door, done, nothing more. She was in there for 4 hours, had insurance, and out of pocket, it cost her $8,000 to have the same surgery I did without any complications. She didn't have any complications. So when she found that out, because she was blown away when she had to pay her bill, and she come in, she's like, I know you don't have insurance. How did you afford to pay it? How much was yours? And I'm like, out the door, it was $4,800. And she was furious, and she dropped her insurance. The insurance is just a scam. It is so much a scam. So we get the prescriptions. We go to Walmart to get our prescriptions filled. So my husband goes up to the counter, and the lady goes to run it, and she's like, can I see your insurance card? He's like, we don't have any insurance. She goes, this is going to cost you $191 for these prescriptions. She's like, do you have any coupons? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, do you have a smartphone? Which my husband doesn't. He goes, no. She goes, oh my God, I don't want you to pay for these. Do you know anybody that has a smartphone that can meet you here? He goes, well, my wife's in the store. She goes, go get your wife. So I go up to the pharmacy, and I'm like, what's the problem? And she goes, these medications are going to cost $191 because you guys don't have insurance. I said, I know, but what can we do? She goes, I want you to take your smartphone. And she wrote an app down on a piece of paper called Good RX. She says, download that to your phone, type in the prescription information, and it's going to kick out coupons. And then bring your phone back up. I'm going to scan those coupons in, and it's going to save you a lot of money. So I sit on the bench, I get it downloaded, get the coupons, go back up. The $191 prescriptions went down to $41. No, $42. So we saved, with that app, $149. So I asked her, I said, if we would have had insurance, would it have been about $42? She goes, yeah. So insurance didn't mean nothing. You're still paying the exact same amount that it's going to cost somebody without insurance. They jack it up to charge the insurance companies, and you're still paying what you would have paid regardless if you had insurance or not. So when my husband goes to the doctor, we don't have insurance, so he pays $20 to see his doctor. You sit there in the lobby and you hear people go up. Can we see your insurance card? And they hand it over. And then some people, you'll hear them say, okay, well, that's going to be a $40 copay. Other people, that's a $60 copay. And it's like, wait a minute, those people have insurance? And they're paying $40 and they're paying $60. And then their insurance, that's a copay. Their insurance is paying some too. My husband doesn't have insurance. We go see the same exact doctor and he pays $20. $20. We never get a bill. He pays the $20 and it's the end of it. We never see nothing ever else. Nothing. $20. So it is a scam. And I am so glad this is the first year. I'm sorry to be so ranty. I'm just so irritated with it. Because the last 4 years, we of course, I don't even know if it's been more than 4 now. I don't remember how many years we've been fined for not having insurance. But even at that, even the fines did not come anywhere near what we'd have paid out if we had had insurance and never had any medical problems. Never had any medical problems that the insurance would have been able to reach the copay and we've never reached $10,000 in medical in a year. Never. So the insurance paying for it would have never did us any good because we had never reached our deductible. So we're paying the $420 and not reaching the deductible. We're just burning up money. So, so frustrated. I've spent the whole afternoon between the billing department, and the ladies were nice. Don't get me wrong. They are very wonderful women, and it's very nice. It's just I needed to get them to understand. Do you see? And she's like, well, this one instance, maybe. But yeah, if I become chronically ill, then that's when I go and get bigger help. But just for an everyday healthy person, if you're not dirt poor, where you don't qualify for public assistance, or you're not mega rich, where you pay for the best insurance package that you can get that covers it 100%, those people in the middle, where you can't pay for the best and you don't qualify for anything, that's when you get screwed out the wazoo. Because it's going to cost you more if you have insurance than it's going to cost you if you don't. And I just am talking from personal experience, and that's how it's worked for me. I'm just so frustrated with the whole situation. Just so frustrated with it. And something needs to be done in this country about medical care before, and of course they've got signs up all over the hospital, signs. If you can't afford to pay or you don't have insurance, it's against the law for us to refuse your service. So they're pretty much telling you right there, quit worrying about it. But it really upset my husband. And the doctor's like, don't get upset and be calm. And we don't want to dump stomach acid. By the time we left, I could tell he was in pain. And it was just, I was like, you shouldn't even have come in here. Because it just upset him so much, the whole situation. And I'm like, don't even worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. Oh, people. It drives me crazy. And here I am. I need to quit ranting. I'm so sorry. I guess I just needed to get it off my chest. I guess I just needed to vent about it. My nephew, he's chronically ill. So insurance would pay him because his stuff is thousands of dollars every month. But here, the thing is, his insurance only covers his diabetic issues. If he has another issue outside that doesn't fall within a diabetic issue, let's say he breaks his arm, his insurance will not cover that. Covers the diabetic stuff 100%. Breaks his arm, that's 100% out of pocket that his mom's got to pay for that. He does not qualify for anything that is not a diabetic issue because of how their insurance is. It's just all crazy. It's crazy. Alrighty, I'm going to get off here. You guys have a great evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Blessings. Alrighty, peeps. This is the app that saved us $149. Good prescriptions. Alrighty, peeps. This is going to be my OMAD for the day. I stopped at our local wing place and got buffalo wings with a Tabasco ranch on top. And this will be it for me today. There's 15 wings there, so that's what I'm having. Talk to you later.